Assiniboia Downs is pleased to present our co-featured event here in race number 3. It's the 10th running of the Hazel Wright Sire Stakes. They're going to go 6 furlongs for a purse of $25,000. Number 1 is Be-Razzle, owned by Barry Arneson, True North, and Don Schnell, trained by Don Schnell with Antonio Whitehall. Number 2 is Key to Life, owned by Cam Ziprick and Charles Fouliard, trained by Tanya Lindsay with Chavin Chow. Number 3 is Escape Clause, owned by Barry Arneson, True North, and Don Schnell, trained by Don Schnell with Adolfo Morales. And rounding out the field is number 4, Ta-Da, owned by Gary Danielson and Barry Arneson, trained by Gary Danielson with Christopher Husbands. To load, Ta-Da. And now just waiting on Escape Clause. They're at the post. And they're off in the Hazel Wright Sire Stakes. From the inside, Be-Razzle. Straight out to the early lead with Escape Clause. Painted on her outside. 3 wide, Ta-Da. Right there early. Key to Life will be her trailer, but only 2 off the leaders. Be-Razzle cuts the opening quarter in 23 seconds. Escape Clause to the outside in between horses. 3 wide. Ta-Da is still pressing. And Key to Life watching the action right in behind these 3. Now starting to separate Be-Razzle. Still with the lead by a head. Escape Clause moving up on the outside. The half. 46 seconds flat. 3 wide. Ta-Da is trying to get going. Escape Clause now shows the late move and goes on by. Escape Clause is drawing off and going to win the Hazel Wright Sire Stakes. Second is going to go to Ta-Da and third to Be-Razzle. Now entering the winner's enclosure is the official winner of the 10th running of the Hazel Wright Sire Stakes. That's number 3, Escape Clause. Escape Clause is a Bay filly, 3 years old, by Going Commando, under the mare Danger Pay by Circulating. Owned by Barry Arneson, True North, and Don Schnell. Trained by Don Schnell and ridden to victory by Adolfo Morales. Time for the 6 furlongs, 1:12-1. Number 3, Escape Clause, was proudly bred right here in Manitoba by Cam Ziprick and Arneson Farms. And Assiniboia Downs is pleased to have on hand Dr. Betty Hughes, CTHS Director, who makes a presentation to the Winning Connections. Right Sire Stakes. Rob, take it away.
Thanks, Kurt. We're down here with the winning connections of the 10th running of the Hazel Wright Sire Stakes. Adolfo Morales, Don Schnell, Barry Arneson, the True North Stables, and team with Escape Clause. This is a filly that was super impressive 2 weeks ago, beating a similar field. She came back today, and I think she was even more impressive today, sitting up close and then drawing off with what looked like as you please there, Adolfo. What'd you think?
Yeah, pretty much. I was just trying to be a good passenger. She did pretty much on her own.
That's really the way you want it to go. You don't want to have to be really working too hard to do what you need to do. You just need to be in a good position and then having a good run. When did you kind of know you had them put away?
As soon as we broke out of the gates, she broke good, and I knew we were home.
Yeah, she really did break quite well, and it's interesting with having kind of a stablemate that was a speed horse down on your inside, trying not to really get too much pressure into her and trying to get a good trip down the backside. Anything else to really add here, Adolfo, about the race, or then just about this filly?
Not really much. Just say thanks again to Dawn and Barry for letting me ride this talented filly.
She really is talented. Congratulations, Adolfo. We'll move on here to Dawn. Dawn, this is a filly that was really nice last year, got beat really a tight nose in the Futurity. Came back this year. She got a prep, but the prep looked like a really nice victory, and then came into this race today. What were you kind of thinking coming in?
Well, we're so proud of this filly. She's just got an immense amount of talent, and she tries, and she's got everything going for her. We just love this filly. I think she might be one of the best fillies in Western Canada.
There's a definite possibility that she is a very strong contender in that division. Is there thoughts what might be the next step going forward? Are those Western Canadian fillies maybe something to try?
Well, Barry and myself were not big fans of a bull ring, and so we were looking at the Chantilly, but we like to take it one race at a time.
Always a good strategy, but it's always nice to have something to plot and think about with a talented filly like this. Talk about a little bit about this filly, kind of how she's turned into this kind of what is kind of becoming a phenomenon here, and then just talk about what you kind of think we might see in the future.
Well, last year she had a lot of talent. She showed a lot of talent, and we didn't over-race her and then give her the winner off. She stayed out at Barry's place, and they give her a good winner, and she grew up, filled out, and she looks like a monster, and she runs like a monster.
Yeah, she really does. It's nice to have these kinds in the barn. Congratulations, Dawn. Anything else to add here about Escape Clause?
Well, I'd like to say thanks to the owners, Barry and True North, and also my girls at the barn, Sherry, she's awesome, and Laura, she's awesome, and they're doing a great job.
That's good to hear. Congratulations to the Escape Clause team. We'll move on to Barry for a quick couple of questions. And now this is the second half of the boy-girl combination in the 3-year-olds. Talk a little bit about Escape Clause compared to Paint My Ride.
The 1-2 punch you like to have in your barn, you just got to enjoy it because it's fleeting. You know, there's years and years to get here and just savor every moment. But she is a special filly. You look at those fractions, and very impressive race.
A very scintillating race, and it kind of a 1-2-3-4 punch with the second and third fillies also being part of your stable. Talk a little bit about how that kind of goes as a thinking thing going into a race where you have really 3/4 of the field.
It's too bad there's only the 4 in the race, but Tada ran a huge race, that second lifetime start, and her mother, I lost her a couple of years ago down in Kentucky, and she's produced some really nice foals, so I'm excited. I think Gary got knocked down in the paddock there. I think he's going to be fine, but to have the 1-2-3 punch is kind of nice, and we plan on staying. This is the best racing surface in Western Canada. It's tempting to take a filly like her someplace else, but we're going to hang around here until the fall and see what we can do. So.
Sounds like a great plan. We are really looking forward to a lot of greatness with Escape Clause this year. She should have big things in her plan. The winner of the Hazel Wright Sire Stakes, what an impressive victor. Escape Clause, Don Schnell, Adolfo Morales, the True North Stables, or Barry Arneson. Congratulations. We're back up to you, Kurt.
In the upcoming 4th race, kicking off 50.